Welcome to the Marne Morning Show. This morning, I've got Dr. Makeba4Love, our love coach, our self-love coach, and she's going to teach us all things self-love and then talk a little bit about what she does and why it's important.
Hi, everyone. I am, as Marnie said, Dr. Makeba for Love. I am a personal strategist. I help people to tap into who they are and why they're here. What I do is pretty intuitive, it's spiritually guided. It started with Reiki energy healing, actually, and I got into that a few years ago. I discovered this woman who I had done a spiritual cleanse with. She teached Reiki. She taught Reiki. She was teaching us Reiki level 1 class, which is a self-care, self-healing class. And in that class, I discovered that the reason that I was having that back pain was because of my just unhappiness at work, in my
Mm,
marriage, and then just kind of a general feeling of unhappiness. And there was always something missing. She did an attunement, which I had never heard of, but it's the
okay.
spiritual opening.
Mm,
And when she did that, I started getting messages from the spirit world. After the attunement, I got this message that I would be Dr. Makeba for Love.
take us back to that moment when you talked about an attunement. Like, what is that? Is that like a hands-on thing? Was it something she told you about?
So at the end of the Reiki training, she did some things. It was pretty hands-on. As the student, as the participant, you don't really know what's going on.
Right.
So she
Right.
just kind of opened me up. She blew on me a little bit and she said some things that, to herself. It was very quiet. And then she said afterwards, I might notice that my spiritual gifts are heightened. The very next day is when I started communicating with my spirits
Uh-huh.
through the use of a pendulum. My gift of knowing, like this claircognizance is what it was called. I didn't really know
Uh-huh.
that it had a name,
Okay. Yep.
shot up in my awareness. And so it
Mm,
made a lot more sense why my intuition was so strong, why I needed to kind of follow my gut more. And the thing that I use the most in my coaching and my healing is my claircognizance. I know a lot and
knowing.
I'm able to tap into people's higher self. My higher self is able to communicate with their higher self and we come up with a plan together. My job was to help major organizations figure out what their vision is and what their goals are, and then how to get to that vision through those goals and initiatives. And so I now use that with my clients. And one of the things that I do for most of my clients in my coaching is I recommend Reiki level 1 for self-care, just so they can get that spiritual opening because it was so crucial in my path. So
Right.
I'm now a Reiki master and I teach and I pass attunements and things. My spirit was ready to
Mm,
pop out, and that
mhm,
was the opening for me. For some
mhm.
people, it might be some other form of
Right.
opening that helps them. Doesn't have to necessarily be Reiki.
And a lot of people, myself included, have to go through tremendous suffering
Yes.
in order and to hit the bottom in order to break through and break free.
Now I understand all the things that I went through were for a reason. I needed those experiences, those lived experiences, so that I could help other people.
It's interesting that you and I specifically, I know this was planned, are having this conversation about self-love because what I've been getting hit with recently, it just has been coming through so strong is heal your grievances. If I'm hanging on to little things about other people that,
Hmm.
I'm pretending like everything's okay, but I'm still kind of like mad at them or whatever.
Yes.
It's like I'm like drinking my own poison, right?
Yes.
Staying angry is like drinking poison. Oh, wow. I need to maybe reach out and bridge the gap with some people.
Right.
Maybe it got left on a bad note, or maybe they think that things aren't cool.
Yeah.
But that's self love too.
It
It's
is.
loving
It
the other,
is.
but it's taking care of yourself.
I agree 100%. Things like that pop back up to challenge you, to test you, so you can practice what you preach. And what I'm
Mm,
finding fortunately, is that it doesn't take me as long as it used to get over these things. Like my feelings don't stay hurt as
Yeah.
long as they used to. It is a journey, and along this journey, we're going to encounter all kinds of things. But
Yeah.
that's part of the beauty of being human. We get to experience the full range of emotions.
Yes.
And when we are back on the other side in the spirit realm, things will be all pleasant and wonderful and beautiful. But we come here in
Right.
this human form to live life, and life is not easy. It's not always roses and sunshine. For me, one of the challenges was letting go of control. And I think that's still
Yeah.
something that I'm working on, is letting go of being in control of, and or thinking that you're in control of the outcome of everything,
Oh,
or
man.
just kind of knowing exactly what you want and how you want it to come to you and all of that. Like I had no, what I did know for sure is that I wanted to be happy and that I wanted to be satisfied in my work.
Yes.
What I didn't know is that that satisfaction was going to come through some spiritual woo woo and doing coaching for people. I had no idea.
Isn't that
But
strange?
because I was so open, it came to me in the way that it was supposed to. And
Yes.
literally, I have been doing my spiritual work now full time for a little over a year, and it's been the happiest
Mm.
year of my life. I feel so just complete and happy. I recommend tapping into who you are and why you're here, like getting on your spiritual path,
Yeah.
aligning your life
Yes.
in multiple ways so that you can really feel complete.
And I know you're hosting a retreat coming up. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that? What can people expect? Where is it? When is it?
Sure. So the retreat is called Awaken to Self Love. And it is in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I'm actually in Mexico City right now, loving being here. There's a really beautiful energy in Mexico because it is one of the first, inhabited, very powerful, warrior-like places in the world. And so I want to bring some folks to the beach. Playa del Carmen
Mhm.
is where it will be May
Nice.
5th through May 8th. It is a women's retreat.
Mm-hmm.
It's right
Mm-hmm.
before Mother's Day, so it's a little treat for the mother in you. Whether you have biological children or not, there is a nurturer within us that knows that we need to be nurtured and that we don't always give ourselves the love that we need. And so this retreat
Sounds
will
great.
be a time for relaxation, for healing, but also workshops that I'll be leading to put you on a path of figuring out what your self love vision is. So when you walk away from the retreat, you will have a vision statement that you can repeat to yourself, that you could also share with other people. It's a communication tool so people know what it means or what you need to really feel complete, whole, happy,
Mm.
loved. What I learned is that self love is deeper than that, much deeper than what I thought. And the reason I was having that back pain is because I was allowing myself to be in spaces and places with people and things that didn't align with my spirit, and that was not loving myself. Really, I believe we're here to find the light, discover the light that's in us.
Mm-hmm.
And when we get there, there's just this beautiful feeling of wholeness, I believe.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Peace, joy, love, happiness.
Yeah. So for anyone who signs up for the retreat in May, I'm offering a free coaching session. And the coaching sessions are coaching and healing combined. And it provides an opportunity to really go deep. It's about a 90-minute session or so. It's valued at over $500. So definitely want you to take me
Nice.
up on that offer. If for whatever reason you're not able to come to this particular retreat, you can still schedule a strategy session with me and we could talk about ways that we can work together.
Anyone listening to this, you want to mention the Marne Morning Show. And when you're signing up, and you can get that free session, which sounds amazing. So, what is just one tip that is going to make somebody's life better today?
Get outside and get some sun every single day.
Mm,
Whether it's cold or warm, whatever, if it's raining, just get outside, connect with nature because there are lots of answers that lie right in nature. do
That's
not sit at your desk all day, every day
I know.
without getting some sun.
Well,
Yeah.
this has been super lovely, Dr. Makeba, and I just appreciate you coming on. And we'll say goodbye to everyone here. Thanks for your time. We love you, everyone. Bye.